Hello, my beautiful people. This is Eva TV program. My people, please don't be offended. Don't be annoyed. I just late. It's due to my, now everything, una know, una understand. I beg. Make una understand with me, the thing too much. The work too much. The work too much. It too much. It too much. Today, too much. Oh, more than not vex. Say I come late, my people. More than not vex. Did you on the ass? Make una no vex, make una no vex. So I think now they hear my people. You are all welcome. You are all welcome. Rosemary, you are welcome. I really appreciate your coming. God bless you. Thank you for coming, sister. You always appear anytime, any day, any hour, any moment. Yes, no us. We will set it now, my darling. Thank you so much, my darling sister. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Please let me try and set that is let me share. Before I start, I have to commit this program into God's hand. I always said 8:30, but it wasn't my fault. I was so busy. That is why. So before I start this program, let me commit it into God's hand. Everlasting Father, King of glory, I commit this program into your able hands this evening. Father, whatsoever that we want to discuss, Father, give us the grace and the understanding. Matters a lot, Father. Please give it to us. Let us discuss it and understand it within ourselves. And let our children also work with it. And let us use the words work also towards our case. I ask this in the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you all for coming to my program this evening. Thank you, thank you. Please don't be offended, guys. Fabama Camara, buonasera carissimo figlio, buonasera, benvenuto caro mio. Grazie, grazie. Amen, Rosemary, thank you so much. I really appreciate your coming. I did not take your time for granted. As you all are coming, I did not take your time for granted. God bless you all. God bless you all. God bless you all. So as you can see, the topic of today, we are talking about parents' responsibility. Parent, what is your responsibility to your kids, to your children? What is your responsibility? That is what we want to discuss today. As you can see, I leave pin there. You can call. There is a link on top there. You can click on the link and call and share your opinion also. So that is why we are here. We need to learn every day because you don't know where we are missing it. We don't know. We need to learn every day. That is why I like to discuss all these things about parents, all these things about ourselves. That is why. You all are welcome, guys. You all are welcome. Oh, Gina Peter, you are welcome. Rooting Volume, you are welcome. Thanks for coming to my program. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Your time is not wasted here. Please come in, guys. Please, you have to share me for your community so that people can come. We have to join hands together and discuss about this particular topic. Please try, sisters, try, brothers, share me to your community, share me out. Let people come and watch this special program. This our topic today. We are not going to waste it. You need to invite your people, invite your home, invite everybody to come. Come, guys, please. I have to wait a little bit so that they can join us. Vinci Punti, you are welcome. You are welcome. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate your coming. Your time is not wasted. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please, guys, share me out so that people can come and join us. I really need you guys to come and share. And again, there is a link there. You can click on that link and come and share your opinion and your experience to us. So we are talking about our children today. Parents, what is your responsibility to your kids, to your children? What is your responsibility? And what is your response to this? You need to come and share it together with us. Yeah, you are all welcome, guys. Rosemary said you are all welcome. Much love to you all. Oh, Samantha Juju, you are welcome. Thanks for, Pastor Pastor, thanks for coming. I really appreciate your coming. Your time is not wasted here. Esther Talk Show. Thanks for coming, sister. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You are welcome, sister. You are welcome. God bless you all. As you can see my topic of today is about parent. Parent, what is your responsibility concerning your children, concerning how they will live? How are you so concerned about them? Is it only by being a parent? What is your responsibility? Just to have a child, that is all what you know? No, you need to talk about your own responsibility towards that child, towards your children. We need to discuss it. Please, I want you to come and share your opinion with me. You can see the link there or top there. You can click on it and let's discuss it. You all guys, it's very important. Thank you so much, Esther Talk Show. Yes, it's very beautiful. Beautiful moment. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, your compliment. God bless you. God bless you. So these are the parents, because at times you don't, in their school, the teacher will write something on their notes, that their little diary. We tell them to submit it to their parent. Maybe if they commit crime or something, they just did something wrong, they will tell them, oh, Esther, I really appreciate you, sister. Me, you are welcome, you are welcome, you are welcome. Lisa, come and help me. You are welcome, you are welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate you. You see, this topic, we need to discuss it.
It's a very wonderful topic. I love it.
Thank you, sister. I really appreciate you.
That is why I
I'm
call
happy.
you. Yes, it's me, Esther Talk Show, Esther TV.
Yeah,
So
I see you, Esther Talk Show. This is Esther Talk Show. It's the
yes,
one on the screen. My
yes,
friends, you have to welcome her for me.
yes.
Thank
So
you, sister, for
thank
coming.
you,
Beautiful, you are welcome. I really
thank
appreciate
you
your
all
coming.
for supporting
You are welcome.
my lady Eva TV. She's an amazing woman, and this topic is very sensitive and is very important. It's very special. You understand?
Yes.
So that is why I call in. I really love it. So the
Thank you,
truth,
sister.
yes, the truth is, what kind of mother are you? You understand me, host?
And we are hearing, sister.
Yes, for me, you have to be living for your kids. If you are not living for your kids, what are you living for? You have to always be there for them and teach them the good way of life. Make them to understand and be useful to the society, not to be a terrorist to the society. Is very important. You understand? I know that
Yes,
not
sister.
everybody that will accept this my talking tonight, but I would have loved to share this video to my community tag so that my people will also learn from it. And maybe if I cut now, we'll share this video to my community tag.
Please share it, sister. Please share it. Share it. Share it.
I have a lot of followers. If I see
Yes.
any Africa person doing a positive things that will bring a changes to our children life, to the in short, to the whole world, for a better life, for a lovable life to live. That is what I always support. You as a mother, you have to leave a good legacy for your children. Teach them the way you want them to grow and be useful to the society and be a positive vibe, not a negative vibe to the
Yes.
society. You understand? I know everybody must not accept what I'm saying, but I just have to say this because I'm a mother. I'm doing my best for my children. I know what I went through while growing up in Nigeria, but God give me the opportunity. God make a way from me. Not because saying na me good pass, so na me better pass. No, but
Yes.
God just wanted to help me. God know my heart. So that is what I will love every mother here living in Europe here. to know it's not because say na you good pass or na you bad pass or na you but God just decide to help you. So because of that opportunity, you need to use it wisely to bring up your children the way you want them to be and be useful to the society, so that the Europe environment, the Europe how they call it, especially those negativity European that is thinking Africa we are amount to nothing, so that we will prove them wrong that we are going somewhere, we are somebody. But it's for you as a mother to teach your child the way it will be okay for the whole world. And people will see your children and say, oh, this mother did well. This mother, God will bless. You know, there are some kind of children, so people will see on their way, this mother, God will bless you. And most of them, it's not both parents that take care of those children, but some is from single mother, while some is also from both parents. Oh, see if I'm not right, correct me. Oh.
No, you are right. We are listening because I just keep quiet so that we can listen to you very well. You
You
understand?
understand me? So this life is all about, if you know where you are coming from, try and teach your children the best way they will learn, and not bring disgrace and shame to you, but bring a prayer to the mother or the father that grow up those children. So that is my contribution, host. God bless everybody. Let me share this video. It's special to my heart. And God
Thank you
will
so much, Sister Esther Top Show. I really appreciate your comment and I really
thank
appreciate your contribution. Yes, you
thank
have to
you.
wait. Let me analyze what you said. It's true,
Yes,
sister,
I will
what you
wait.
said.
I'm not here. I want to invite people to this special topic because it's very special to my heart. Because it's good for everybody to know this. It's very important for us. That is why
Yes,
I
yes.
call you. Let us be the changes we want, not looking at other people. You, me, every other black person out there living in Western world. We have to be a change to the world.
Yes.
So that is it, my sister. God bless you.
God
Thank
bless you,
you.
sister.
Please, I don't know how
Esther Top
to
Show.
go out to remove me or I leave. Okay, they say leave. Okay, I should press the leave, eh?
Yes, first leave.
Okay then. Thank you, my
Thank
sister.
you
Let me
so much. Thank you.
thank you.
Please
God
send
bless
me
you.
an as you said.
I
God
want to
bless.
share it. I want to share it.
Okay, okay.
God
Thank you
bless
so
you.
much.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. You see, so let me, before since she's going, let me appreciate those that come. Oh, beauty mode, I really appreciate your coming. Thank you for coming, sister. Rosemary, thank you. Servant David, you are welcome, brother. I really appreciate your coming. So you are all welcome. You are all welcome. Casey Outlet, you are welcome. God bless you all. God bless you all because we were discussing before I come. Please, you can see my link there. You can click the link and come up and let's discuss it. Just like as our sister said, Esther Top Show. You know, parents, you have to take good care of your children. It's not that you are the best parent or no, we have to try our best. Because if you don't try your best, the best cannot go front. Because you see some children, they will come home. Maybe they write something. That is what we are saying. You have to check, especially that their diary. They used to normally write things on it. Some children, they learn some bad thing at the school. So let me, someone is coming, Rosemary. Okay, Rosemary, thanks for coming. I really appreciate you, sister. So you will see them, they write something on that diary because they are afraid, because what they did in school, that is what they write. They will not show it to you, they will just hide it. So as a parent, every day when they come back from school, you have to go through that their diary and look at it, what they write there, everything, because when they write something, they will ask the parent to sign on it. So you need to go and control it very well. It's very important. So let me leave Rosemary to talk. Oh, Esther Top Show. Thank you, sister, for sharing me out. God bless you. God bless you. I really appreciate you. So, Sister Rosemary, you are welcome. I appreciate your coming. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Happy Thursday to you all.
You are welcome,
Yes,
sister.
yes. Like Esther Talk Show said, this is a very, very interesting topic. It's a very, very good one because, like she said, we are supposed to lay a good legacy for our children. Parents, we have very, very massive responsibility. If we are single, there are ways you are supposed to behave as a single boy or a single girl. But when you become a parent, your life is supposed to change for the better. Because there are people, there are children that depends on you. They look unto you. They look upon you for every needs that they need. So if a parents do not lay good legacy for their children, is a taboo, because that child, they will not be able to have a brighter future. So we as a parents, here in Italy, they normally say lavoro they use this word, lavoro di un genitore è lavoro più difficile, meaning the work of a parent is a job that is very, very difficult. You don't have school for it. So there is definitely supposed to be a change for anybody that becomes parents, whether you are young or you are old. That being a parent is supposed to change your life for the better, creating a brighter and a positive legacy for your children to copy. I know at times parents do certain things that their children will copy. Like here, like she said before, we are here in Europe, and there are so many things that we know very well those other people does that our children, we will never permit them to do it. The way they speak to their parents, the way they act, we as Africans, we will never permit that because we are being brought up in a different way. And for the simple fact that this generation now that we are today, everything is capsizing, everything is changing in a drastic way, makes our job as parents more difficult. So we are supposed to be controlling our children. It's not that one will be always there like a tiger, but we are supposed to be controlling our children when they come back from school. What happened at school? A lot of things. Because if you don't show interest, when they come back, how was school today? How did it go to? A little communication. Then they will tell you, okay, today school is good, or today it was not, or today it was very hectic, or today the lecture was too much. You know, that 5, 10, 20 minutes conversation you have to exchange how was our day at school, or how was his day at school. They need this kind of interaction, meaning that you are interested in their well-being of their education of their school. So it is very, very important as parents for you to lay a very, very good legacy for your children to become useful in the society, because we know very well that we will not be with them forever, just like we all are here now. Our parents are in Africa. Why didn't we hang on with our parents forever? It will get to a point whereby there will be a separation. So it is what you learn from your parents, that is what you go outside and portray. They normally say charity begins at home. If a child steals, when a child steals, it's not that he starts stealing because he has done, or when a child lies. All these things are things that they do and you just overlook it. When your child is going astray or is doing something that he's not supposed to be doing, as a mother, as a father, you are supposed to immediately intervene. We were being brought up by beating up, but we know here in Europe we don't do that. There are ways one have to act in a diplomatic way. It is not easy. It is not easy. It's not an easy job, especially at this present generation that we are today. In Nigeria, when your parents are talking to you, you are bowing your head. You don't even look at them in the face because you don't. It's automatic. You just listen, even though you think you are wrong or you are right. But now it's not like that. But nevertheless, there are ways and ways you tackle issue. Because you normally say with an adage, if you have your body is crashing, if you scratch it that way, you are going to peel it off. So if we don't try and be more patient and be more tolerant to be able to create a brighter future for our children, for them to become something in the future, for which to be proud of them tomorrow, that is my son, that is my child. Or somebody else will see and say, this boy is that Mrs. So and so child, this girl is that Miss so and so. Is a proud to you because you created a good legacy, a positive legacy. You put that child in a straight way that he or she should go, and as well we should still try as much as possible as we can to be able to bring them up as well in the sight of God, for them to have that fear of God. If they don't even have that too much fear in their parents, because we are living in a Western country that here their whole rules and regulation is capsizing, so we should try and bring them in a God-fearing manner. So with that, it will be able to guide them. It will guide them with your own guidance, and with the fear of God they have in them, it will guide them positively to a brighter future. It's a very, very difficult job that we have today at this present time. I emphasize on it, and I've been saying this thing now since this week or for a very long time, even in a True Life program he did some days ago, as well as the Lady B Variety. The generation that we are today is a very, very chronic generation. We as parents, we should be very, 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 very tolerant and try with all the best that we can to be able to create a positive legacy for our children to follow, for them to have a bright future, because they depend on us. They depend on you as a mom. They depend on you as a dad. They don't depend on auntie, nor uncles, nor grandmother, nor grandfather, nor cousin, nor sister. They depend on their parents. So their parents have a very big responsibility to carry on to create a brighter future, positive future for their children, for the benefit of their children's future. So we should try as possible to coordinate this particular future for our children. Though it's not easy, like I said before, but we should try and put God first by making them to draw more closer to God, for them to have the fear of God, and with our guidance, they will be able to focus and go in a very brighter and a responsible life for them and for us as well as parents. So that is all I have for now. If anybody has anything to say, the person can come, or if you want to analyze it a little, host, you are very free.
Yes, I really thank you, Rosemary. You said it all. That is the truth. Because it's not like the children we have in Africa. They will just, that is everybody obey you. When we were going that time, your parents will just tell you something. You will just say, oh, you will be afraid. Maybe, oh, before I start, Rosemary, wait, let me appreciate each and every one of them that just come in. Let me appreciate them. Esther Top Show said, God bless you, callers. He said, God bless you. And Glory Prince, you are welcome. You are welcome. Eromosele Festus, you are welcome. Thanks for coming, my boy. Thank you. God bless you. Oronori, Bonasera, Benvenuta, Cara Sorella. Lady A. Angela, you are welcome. God bless you as you come. You are all welcome. Yes, Rosemary, that thing you are just talking about is true. Because the children we are having here, it's not like the first people, that is the children we are having in Africa. This is Europe. Anything you are doing, you have to be very careful. It's not like the way they trained us. You know, like our own train up is just another way. It's not like those kids now, because what they know is even faster than what we know. You know, when we are an adult, we know those things. But these kids nowadays, they know it when they were little. So when you are talking to them, they understand more than you. They will tell you immediately, fast. They will say, yeah, this is what you are saying. This is what you are saying. They will just answer you. You understand? So these kids nowadays, they are so intelligent. They know more than you. So they don't, when you are telling them something, you are shouting, they will say, look at you, you are shouting. That your shouting will not help. They want to listen to you when you lower your voice. They will say, hey, they will listen. But when you are shouting, you are hitting them or doing that, they will not listen. Maybe the time you hit them, they will do more. You understand? You know, in our side, we believe that when you beat a child, when you are talking to that child, that is when they will listen to you. But it's not like that. That is just in another form, we learn it. But there's a way you talk to your kids. You call that child, you talk to that child very amicable, you lower your voice, they will listen to you also. You understand? So that is it. There are some parents, they don't care about their kids. All they know is just going out. They just believe some will even cook, they will just leave it for them. They say, take your food there, they will just walk away. And they can never even sit down and talk to their kids. They never discuss with them. Because most of these our people now, you will see them when you are talking to them, say, look at the way you just balance, they talk to small pikin like say, now your mates, which is very bad. You will have to sit down with them and communicate with them. They will open up to you. So that is it. Let me leave it for Lady A. Lady A, you are welcome. Thanks for coming, sister. I appreciate your coming. Your time is not wasted. I really appreciate you. Ada Atangogo, you are welcome for my program. Thanks for coming. Lady A Sylvia, you are welcome. I really appreciate you. Lonorine, benvenuta. Noi parlando della nostro figli, come noi devi portare con loro, stare con loro. Quella nostro... Who said this? Okay, Lady A. Thank you for coming. You can talk.
Hello. Thank you.
Let me invite Pastor. Pastor is coming. Let me invite Pastor.
Okay. So, my beautiful lady,
My pastor, you are welcome.
I have listened to a little bit of what Rosemary is saying.
Yeah. We are listening, host.
Okay.
Hey, we are listening, Lady A. Lady A, this thing has started again, your network.
I overuse my network.
Okay. Pastor, you are welcome. So you can say something. Lady A, the network is disturbing her. Pastor, okay, thanks for coming. We really appreciate your coming.
Thank you so much. Good evening.
Good evening, sister.
Good evening, Pastor. We are hearing you.
Pastor, we are hearing you.
2 a.m. here, so yeah. So the topic of today is really great. And can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. So what I just want to say
is their network.
The network is bad.
The network is bad, right?
Yeah, but we can hear you now. You can start talking.
Okay. So something we need to build up in the system is God-fearing.
The network has gone again.
Yes.
I think my network, right?
Yeah.
His network is going off and on.
Hello.
You can talk now. We are hearing you now.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Pastor. You can hear you.
I can't hear you. I can't hear anything. So,
but we are hearing you.
We have, when we bring fear God first, like if we want to talk to them, we bring Bible verse and into the lifestyle, tell them, see what the Bible has shown, or see what the Bible has said about this, that they should grow up with it. if it's a time of life, you as a mother also try to control yourself in things you say or the thing you communicate with the people before your children will know the kind of mother they have.
The other nonsense.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
We
we
are
can
hearing,
hear. We
Pastor.
can hear.
Yeah. So what I just want to say here is a great thing for us to bring our children up in a way that the future, they won't be alone. Even if you leave them alone, they won't feel that they never trained them up. They will feel that the way our father trained us up, or our mother trains us up, things which the government has put. But as a mother, also, you need to put your own term into your children's life. Because if you leave it, you said, okay, because the government said this, or I should not do this, it will be really hard on them to take a decision in life. They will compromise things in life. But when you bring your own opinion, like in a God way, everything you need to do, see, you need to put it in straight into their mind that this is what the Bible says. You should not listen to the things of the world or things of the government. You should have a foundation in your children. We should have a foundation in our children. And when they go home, because one day they will go back home. And if they go back home, they need to adapt the kind of people they made there. They will go there and meet different people. But when you bring them up in a way that they will be able to communicate with the people, it will help them in life. It will help them in life. So we should put a good foundation in a good way. Like example with my kids, sometime if I want to punish them, I punish them with Bible verse. And they will seriously feel so much guilty in them. I will say, okay, you read so Bible, and what the Bible said, he will say it and okay, reason it by yourself. Why did you do that? So that is another way to punish the child also, without neighbor knowing, without government knowing, and also you are directing your children for them to have a solid conquer rock where they will lie on. So when we use wisdom with our children, it will be the best way than for us to shout or say things which is not right. So yeah, that's all I can contribute.
Thank you, Pastor. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
your.
You're
Yes.
welcome. You're welcome.
Okay. Let me, and you, Pastor, you know, at times these kids these days now, most especially because it's just like the line you are. Maybe you are one of those that don't go to church, you know. It's not everybody that go to church. Like those kind of parents, what did you advise them to do? Those
Okay.
parents that don't go to church, what did you advise them to do to their kids?
Those parents who don't go to church, but they know God, right?
Yes,
They know how to read the Bible, right?
yes.
They do the things according to what the Bible said. Okay. If she can read the Bible, she also directs her children what is the Bible said about going church, but we should lay our foundation according to the Bible said. You can read the Bible or you can open the app. Let them listen to a Bible audio. You can punish them in that way. They can understand what if it's of understanding. Become a church goer to your children. Show them the way, the right path for them to follow. Can you hear me?
We are
We can
hearing
hear,
you.
we
We are
can hear
hearing
you.
you. We are
Yeah.
hearing.
For those mothers, they should, which is in a God way, even if they are not.
It's
If
just
they
that
cannot
your mind
read,
is
they can
blown
on
up.
the Bible audio to their children, and she has the wisdom of God upon her life. She will be able to translate to those children what the life mean about, like what the foundation do they need to take. Example, some children go to school, they lies in the school, and the mother, you will say that I know my child, she cannot lie, but you don't know that she can lie in the school. When the teacher tell you that
The network has gone back again.
Yeah, it has gone. Okay, Lady A, you are welcome. So you
Thank you
can.
very much, my good people.
Mm.
So for me, Sha, I've heard what others are saying, and what the pastor says last, saying that people should try to, imbue God's this thing into their children. I will not say that not everybody believes in this such of a thing, but it does not mean that we don't go to church. We parents we should try, to show good examples to our children. Everything does not end in going to church or not going to church. And people say that when a goat is eating a leaf, the children watch how that goat, turn his or her mouth. From there they learn. Meaning that our children, they learn from us, the parents. If we show good examples to our children, they learn. If we show bad examples, they still learn. Even though that it gets to an extent that our children, they choose to learn what they want to learn, not what the parents teach to them. I don't think everything relies on Bible says or the Bible didn't say. I think that everything lies on if the parents of those children, have a way of bringing their children to understand what they want to imbue, what they want to build in them. Because every house, just like our names, are different. Every home is different. My home, my children cannot be the same as your home and your children. Good examples, I know that is general, but good way of living is different. I don't know if you people are trying to understand my point. Because what I, as a parent, see as good thing, maybe you might see it to be good. I must let my baby of 10 years put all cutters on her hands. But somebody that said, I'm a Christian, might not allow that. It does not mean that I allow my child to put on a cutters on her hand and teaching her bad thing. No. For me, that which I teach my daughter is good for me. So going on to my point, what I mean is our children learn from us. If you are a good mother, a good father, definitely your children must surely, learn from you. And everything about we parents does not depend on shouting, beating. You must do this, you must do the other one. We parents should learn to dialogue with our children. Dialoguing means when a child misbehaves, call her to order. Tell her reasons why he or she should not do those things that
Oh, network has been disturbing you, Lady Hey Angela. Let me welcome
Go and
Lady
change
B.
it.
Good
Lady B, you are
evening.
welcome. Thanks for coming, Lady B.
Good
We really
evening to the
appreciate
house.
you. So before Lady A come back, we want to hear your opinion, Lady B.
Good evening to
So
the
let's
house.
listen
Good
to you.
evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Good evening.
We are hearing you, sister. You are welcome. Thanks for
So
coming.
okay, you all are good. You all are blessed, and I just have to this lead you because according to the title, it said the responsibility of parents. So what are the responsibility of parents? When the Bible says when a child is good, it's for the father. And when the child is bad, it's for the mother. So what am I trying to say? It is our responsibility as a parents to make sure that our children comes out good in the society. And in all this process, like the caller that left, I think Pastor, what is her name again?
Pastor,
She was
Pastor
trying to say,
Onyekachi.
Oyekashi, yes. She was trying to say we should teach our children God fearing. And you now ask her, what about those people that don't go to church? And I say, okay, like our forefathers or like our parents, many of them don't even know what to be church. But at the end of the day, they still did their best to take care of their children, to bring them up in a good manner. Whether you are a Christian or you are not a Christian, as a good parent, you ought to bring your children up well. You understand what I'm saying? So it is
Yes,
your
yes.
duty. And when we find out that our parents, when they were bringing us up, if it warrant smacking, which is beating, they smack us. If it warrant punishment, they punish us. If it warrant shouting, they shout at us. You understand? So all these are not for their benefit. It's for our benefit so that as tomorrow we will grow up big and become a useful person to ourselves and to our parents. Because if you are not useful to yourself, you have brought disgrace to your parents. And that is why many parents have to bear the responsibility of taking care of their children.
Problem
If
today.
it involves
Everybody
smacking, you smack. If it involves punishment, you punish. If it involves anything, giving them the word of God is also included, because the Bible says train up a child so that when they grow, they not depart. So that is why I came in and said, when according to your question, and those that are not Christians, even our parents that are not Christian, they still did their best to take care of us, to bring us up well, that when we see elderly people, we can greet them. That when it's time for our duty, we can do it. So what are we saying? Whether you are Christian or you are not a Christian, it is our responsibility to bring our children up in a very good way so that they will be useful to themselves and they will be useful to us as children. Thank you. That is my contribution.
Oh, Lady A, thank you so much. I really appreciate this your word. You know, here we are just here to learn. I asked that question because I want her to explain also, you know, everyone, because a lot of people don't go to church. That's why I asked, because we are learning. For those who doesn't go to church, for them also to know the next step they will take. Yes, our parents really trained us. A lot of them don't go to church, but they trained us very well. And they really trained us in a way, in a traditional way that all of us will really understand. But all these things that has been happening these days, it has not been happening before. It's just these days this thing started. All these children going to school to change their life to become another thing which is not supposed. It has not been happened before. People go to school, they talk about how they will read their books, how they will become somebody in future. But these days, they're not like that. It's all about they think about other wrong side, how they will do this bad thing, how they will do the other thing. So that is why I said, what is our responsibility as a parent? Lady B, I really appreciate that your the way you explain it, and also Pastor, I really appreciate you all. Rosemary, Lady A, I know you are going out like Willie coming. So we are still here. You know, your network is really disturbing you. So, Lady A, we are still here. Oh yeah, you can contribute again. You know, your line is going off and on.
The network is disturbing anyway. Like what I was saying, hence it's not all of us that think a good example from the parents means a lot to the children.
You said?
The network has gone again now.
Yes. You know, as a parent, we really need to be very careful because just as they were saying, in a godly fearing way, yes, some children listen to that, they grow up in a God fearing way. But there are some things that some children, they grow up in a Christian home very strong. Even their father is a pastor. But a child that is good is good. So because a lot of them, they learn different kinds of things in anywhere they go. But it's just by his grace that those children will just come out as a good children, because most of us, nobody just put us sit down and say we must do this thing with force. No, we use our brain because there are things we will be doing. Yeah, and Lady A, what are you saying?
What I'm saying is that yes, it's not like me. I don't know Bible quotation, for example. I punish my child my own way. That means every parent have to correct the child in the best way that he or she knows. I cannot quote something that I don't know. Okay? So I believe in a parent with their children, giving them reasons why they should not do what we think that is a mistake that they have done. If it warrants punishing them, punish them in your own way. Because every God is different. Like our able pastor, you know, she's talking about reading the Bible quotations and all the rest. It's a good example. For those.
The network has gone back again.
Let me welcome Humble Wife. Humble Wife, you are welcome. You are welcome. Pastor, you are welcome. All of you are welcome. Lady B, thanks for coming. I really appreciate the way you come to analyze it. And Pastor and Rosemary, thank you so much. I know network is disturbing Lady A. So let's listen to Humble Wife. Humble Wife, you are welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Can you guys hear me?
Good evening, Humble Wife. Yes, we are hearing you now. Thanks for coming.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we are hearing you, Humble Wife.
All right. Good evening, mistress. Much love, Lady B Varieties. Thank you all, Lady Angela, Eva TV, the host. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, I have been in the background since, and I've been listening to what everyone has been saying. Okay, so my own little contribution here, because I'm actually a little bit busy because I'm doing a collaboration with someone, so I'm just using one hand to still listen here because I need to support my lady. If not, before she will strike me, so I have to support. Very, very important. Okay,
Thank
guys.
you.
So
You
my
are
own
welcome.
contribution
You are
here. Thank you. You know, my own little contribution here is, you know, as a parent, we all have different ways of training our children. Okay, the way you will train your children may not be the way I will train my children. Because let me use, for example, like when we are mentioning something like pastor. For example, pastor as a man of God or as an oracle of God is who everybody would love to emulate, because we will feel that being a pastor, they can train our children well for us and our children will have a good character. But there are some pastors' children you will see that your children will be 100% better than them. You see some pastor's daughter like me, for example, I have seen several pastors' children who are wayward. Okay, but there you have an ordinary person who is not even that serious in Christianity having a responsible child. Then you see pastors' daughter who are pregnant, who got unwanted pregnancy and all that. I have heard when Lady A. Angela was speaking, she said, for example, about maybe a child that paints her fingernails. You understand? So that doesn't mean that that child is spoiled, but to her it means nothing. Like if paraventure me, I have a daughter and she decides to paint her nails, for me it means nothing. But there are some parents that will not allow it. Say, you want to go to spoil yourself, you want make your eye go there outside, now make you they do this thing. especially like the life or like the place we live now in Europe, where you don't actually control children that much. Like those days in Nigeria, you know, they say discipline, discipline, discipline. But today now that discipline not help anyone. You see, especially most of the women you discipline too much today, they are suffering because most of them end up marrying a poverino. Most of them end up marrying a man that they are regretting that, oh, I died, no, all because of discipline. I could remember those days when we were growing up, you know, when we were a teenager, you know, maybe all these guys will be coming around, you know, like others, you know, understand what I mean? My father will hold koboko. When they come to our gate, my father will hold koboko. You know, be driving there. When you people want to spoil my children, or maybe if peradventure they happen to see you with a guy outside, it will be a problem. But these days, it's a common thing. And if you ask me, when you discipline a child too much, that act of discipline and that act of fear will make that child go out of the line of life. Because you will not make that child to concentrate to actually know what is right or what is wrong. Because you have created that fear of discipline in him. Whether you're right, your decision is right or wrong, go. Because that fear of that discipline is there, the child will always dance to your tone. When you see, like those other days when we were growing up, when you see some families that are say, now discipline, discipline, they go lock them for inside house.
She's disappearing and appearing. That's it. It's you that is doing willy today.
They will lock them inside house. They don't communicate.
The next one will come back.
Who is doing? Is Mao doing willy?
No, your own is okay.
Okay, you understand? Like those days now we are growing up, you see some family, they'll say, no go that family, now no go area, they're too disciplined. You understand? No approach them. They don't approach anybody, they are like don't deep, but they discipline them. But go and look at their life today now. Many of them are most of them are married to poor men. Most of them will not even see husband to marry. Most of them will not, they will become old cargo in their father's house or in the name of discipline.
All I know
is not go anyway, here, we begin to draw line, waka here, not waka here, waka here.
Those that really believe that from A to Z of what is written in the Bible is what life it should be all about. People like me, I don't believe that everything from Genesis to this thing, Apocalypse, is what life is all about, because during the time of Jesus, the life is another thing. Our life now is another thing. So we have to try to train our children in a way that it will suit to the lifestyle that we have now. For example, in the time of Jesus, when they wrote the Bible, for example, they don't put on curtains. Women doesn't wear trousers. But these days, women wear trousers. Are we going to tell our daughters don't wear trousers because in the Bible, wearing trousers, they see it as a sin? No. So I believe we should, every parent, you have lived your own life, you have more experience than your children. Advise them, encourage them on the things that are good, correct them in the way that they will understand, not because people that, like pastors, I have my people, I have 3 pastors in my family. They have their own way of living their lives, and the children that goes to church with them, they understand everything about Bible. Me, as a woman, I don't too much read the Bible, but I go to church. I'm a Christian. But if you ask me to quote any quotation, I cannot quote anything for you. It does not mean that I don't know what is written in the Bible. So in my own simple way, I will, try to train my daughter in the way that I have grown up to, whatever I've done that have yielded a good system. I will try to impact that very thing on my child for her to be able to grow up tomorrow to become a better person. Whereby she make a mistake, I will try to correct her. Not in a harsh way, that the way they were correcting us in Africa, like beating us, because in Africa, when you make a mistake, they beat you. But here, you cannot beat a child anyhow. You can correct a child. If you beat her more than you're supposed to beat, all of us know what happens. So that is the point. We correct them as parents, we guide them, we are just guidance. It's not even us that train our children. You people that believe in God say that we do, but God directs. It's only God that says the final thing in whatever we do. It does not mean that reading the Bible every day we make a child to be, holy tomorrow. No. There are other practical things that children need to know. I trust our pastor that says, because she knows the Bible. She knows the Bible. She knows where she can quote to correct her children. I don't know where to quote, for example. So I will tell my child, I will give her an example of real practical things that are happening. Did you see what happened to her? Did you hear the news that they said on the TV, on this thing yesterday?
Oh, lady.
The line has disappeared again.
Yeah, disappear again. Pastor is here. As Lady B, you said that is the aim to bring them up well. It's God that helps us. Yes, God helps us a lot. We need to bring them up at the fearing of God, because if not, it's by His grace. But most of them now, they don't want to hear that. They will say that we that praise a lot, what has that got to do with us now? What has the help? So those children, they are very, very, we need to be very careful. Pastor, you are welcome. Pastor, we are listening.
Network.
Pastor, I'm listening to you.
Hello?
Hello, Pastor.
Yeah, network is good. It's not too good.
We are hearing now,
So-
Pastor.
Okay. The most important thing, by the way, we need wisdom in everything we do. When we correct our
We are
children
back.
or when we talk to our children, we should ask for the wisdom from God. Because by yourself, despite you think that you are not going church, there is some people that are not going church, but who give you wisdom? Who give you the way for you to think is God. So everything still fall back in His hand. As a mother, those people who stay in a long time ago,
Yeah.
they pray to their Echi, as the way they used to say, right? So the way of their praying, it will help their children how they will grow. So you cannot just sit down. You cannot just sit down and say, okay, there is no God, or you are not going any church or whatever. But the most important thing, your prayer, your mentor in their life is very big role for them. The way you talk to them in a polite manner, it will make them to understand where you are going. Like example, when you have a 14 years old girl, the way she takes things and the way you think is different. Like now I have 14 years girl, the way she think and the way I will tell her things, it will be different. But what I will ask in that moment when we have a conversation between, I will ask for the wisdom for God to open, or for me to try to understand her point and make her to understand the way of life, that if I cannot tell you this one which is not right for you, that's mean there is no God fearing in you, or you're disobeying other people outside. Yes, there is some pastors who are taking it serious in the way that when they see their children wearing their clothes, they will be harsh on them. First, you need to try to understand the generation we are in. We need to shape ourselves according to the sheep where the place is going to. So when you give them that free hand, that let them wear this kind of cloth, but there is a limit. They should not cross it. They will know that this is the freedom the father give me or the mother has given me. So time I should be in home, example, or I should go out. When I cross that limit, there will be a punishment which you need to keep down in your house, which will make your children to understand you that despite, even if they are not going to obey that, there will be consequences for it, and you need to be serious in that time. So you cannot hold them so tight because of, okay, give them let them pray every time, let them do this. No, they should choose in the right time, and if they are not choosing it, you choose for them. So by doing so, they will know the kind of mother or the kind of father you are. In Nigeria, they said that everyone has his own Ochi, or I don't know how to pronounce it, his own God, how you bring your children up, right? So in the same way, your parent has brought you up, bring the wisdom, but multiply it to make it in a way look new for them, and they will obey you. So yeah, that is my little contribution about it.
Thank you, Pastor.
You're
That
welcome.
is the really truth. That is the really truth.
Yeah.
Because as a parent, that is the really truth. You need to really do that because you give them the time. They are the one to choose.
Yes.
Everything you are doing, you have to do it right with them because it's not everything you have to do with
You
force.
force them. Yeah, you can't force them.
You can't force them.
You can't force them, but you make them to understand your point, and you also
Yes.
you should understand their point. Then from there, both of you will be a friend. And the most important thing also, we should be friend with our children. Ask them, who is your friend? Who is you are dating with? Is it good for you to do that? If you go to school, do you have a boyfriend? If it's a kind of lady, she's shy because of your harsh voice. Try to make friend, love with her, bring some certain thing, show her the way that this is the dangerous way. If you have a boyfriend outside, you can tell me, I can give you more idea. I can tell you what to say. Be open to your child. It's not because you are exposing her, but you are trying to for her not to fall into a danger. Because when you said, okay, if I said this, maybe my child will say, it's not a good way for you to bring your child up or whatever. But outside, they will do more dangerous things out there. So you show them the reality, tell them the reality, what is happening, and let them choose. And you tell them this is the way it's supposed to be. Think it and reason over it. So they will understand you, and you guys will be friends. So that is the thing I can contribute, especially people who are staying outside, because it's very difficult for them. I have one of my brother, he bring her daughter back to my country because of that. Her daughter began to just go away he will sleep outside or whatever, till the extent he cannot handle the child because the government is involved. So when he bring it back, the lady tried to understand the situation and everything. So the thing start like from beginning, when you don't have a foundation, how you start the relationship with your children, that one will cause a big havoc between you and your children, not to
Exactly.
understand each other. You are not telling them that there is someone out there who can want to rape them one day, or there is someone out there who want to touch their body. What are you going to tell that person? If it's a 5 years old, if you have uncle who is looking at you or is touching you anyhow, your child should report to you. In case if you are not there one day with her, you will know that this touch is not right. My mom has tell me that it's not good for me to do this, or it's not good for someone to touch me in this manner. So she will understand the life. Make them to understand the life. So yeah, thank you so much. That's it.
Thank you, Pastor. I really appreciate the way you explain everything. You
Yeah, you're
know, we
welcome.
learn every day. So a lot
Yeah.
we learn from this your own too, your own opinion.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So you heard what Pastor said. You need to have a good relationship with your own children. Communicate with them. Draw them closer to you. Make them to understand things. Not to be harsh over them every time. Because I saw a lot of mother, father, their kids want to talk to them. They will shout on them. They don't want to hear. Especially when they ask something. And that thing will be so important. They will say, you are too little to say this kind of a thing. Instead of them to give that child answer, they will beat that child. They will say, you have spoiled. They don't know that that child want to get the right one from them. So teach them, say, no, this thing you are telling me, look at how it is, look at how it is. No, they will beat that child, which is very bad, which is not good, you know. It's so bad. So we need to listen to our children so that they will know, they will speak their minds out. They will say everything. You see, Pastor just said the truth. He just said the truth about everything. Because a lot of them, you will see, they will go to school. You will see their age will be smoking. If you are not close to them, they can say, let me go and test that cigarette. Maybe that child come, he want to tell you about that cigarette. Say, look at my friend, look at what he's doing, or look where he took me to. You will not give that child your ear to speak. You know, it will just go away. Maybe we go and do that one that their friend said. You know, all these children, they are very enticed easily. They just get easily enticed. They will just do what their friend told them. So that is it. We need to be very careful as a parent. We don't have to just leave. It's just like there is one program I was just watching. There is this boy that is the mother has him, so the mother now died. He leave the child for the father. So the mother has a parent, the late mother. So this the father hold him. He did not even want to present the little boy to the parents of the wife. So he take the child and ran away from them. So these people, this human rights was just one day there is one woman. Maybe a lot of you have watched it. This woman, Yoruba woman that was just living there. He said he saw this boy every time we go meeting up with bad people. He's even smoking, you know, little boy. So this woman, I think the boy is about 12 years old. So he was paining her. He now said, no, maybe this woman and this man, they are not the biological child, the mother, that they are not the biological parent of this child. I will take this child to human rights. When he saw this boy started doing those things that he's doing again, he took this boy, he took them to the human rights. Getting there, they hold this boy. They said they are not going to leave it. They took this boy to the father's house. They met one woman there. That was the father's wife. He was saying, no, he don't want to give them the father phone number. Later, the man said, I will take this child away and I will arrest you. When he see that it's not a joking matter, he now released the number of the husband. Giving the husband number, now they now call the husband. He now come to the office of the human rights. Getting there, he said he's the father and that woman is the mother. They now say no. So they now took this man, they now take him to police station. Getting close to the police station, and that place was very far, that police station. Getting close, the man said, okay. They now asked the man, are you sure you are the father of this child? I say, yeah. What of that woman? We are not sure. Okay, if this child don't have any grandparent or anybody in this Lagos, he said no. When he saw that maybe if he get there, they will get him, they will beat him so hard. He now said the truth. He said, no, this boy, he has grandmother in this Lagos. So they now said, go and show us the grandmother. They now took this boy to the grandmother's place to cut everything short, not for the story too long. They took the boy there. The woman was so happy, said this man took this child away for so long. So when they get to the office, this man was so happy, he settled the matter between the woman and this boy. Okay, not knowing that this grandmother, they allow her to come and be seeing this boy because he has lost her daughter. So they leave her freely. And this woman now give this small boy phone number to be contacting her secretly. And he described her home to this boy. And these are the people helping you, even help you to look for a child that you cannot even see since 10 years. So you now hide your number to give that boy. And this boy, now when they went and put him at school, he will not take excuse from the person that want to pick them from school. He will tell them that I want to go and see my friend. He will go and see the friend and live the normal street life he's living again. So they now ask him, he said, I went to meet my grandmother, which is very bad. You see, this kind of grandmother I'm saying is a mother to a lot of people, because I saw them that day. They come with a lot of family there. And that man was saying, I'm not going to leave this boy to them, because the way I'm saying it, all this boy that is in that house, they can spoil this boy. And that man, he gets, but the man is right. So that kind of grandmother now, he can train that boy. And they were even thinking how they would bring the boy down to remove him from the street, so that street life will go over the boy. So later they will hand over maybe that boy to the grandmother, which he used that little space to spoil everything. That means she cannot take care of that child. You see, these are the things we are talking about. You have to be very careful, because that boy cannot lie. He has to say the truth to the people that is taking care of him, so that they will know. You understand? That is where we are talking about. You mind the way you talk to children. You know what you do with them, because they will definitely speak it out. They will do it. We parents, we have to be very, very careful, because we are teaching them the wrong side. We need to teach them the good side. So that is it. Let me welcome people that is here. Comfort, you are welcome. Thanks for coming, dear woman of God. Thank you so much. Humble, you are welcome. Bishop, Humble, you are all welcome. So if anyone can have anything to contribute, Lady A, do you have anything to say now? Lady A, Angela, did you have anything to say? She's not hearing me. What about you, Rosemary?
Are you hearing me?
Okay, she wants to say something.
Okay, we are hearing now.
No, Rosemary, go ahead.
Okay, I've heard all what you people have said. I've heard what the pastor said. I've heard what Humble Wife said. I heard what Lady B said, and the little one, Lady Angela, was saying before his Willy was going and coming. The fact remains. I will still say what I said before. The generation that we are today is not the generation we were living before. So the better we stick that to our head, the better for us. Because your topic says a parent's responsibility. So let us not beat around the bush about parents' responsibility. Parents' responsibility, we know what it is. As a parent, what responsibility? Because this is an individual way of bringing up. I'll bring my child in a way, you bring your child in a way, Lady A bring her child in a way. It's your responsibility. That is the point. That is the fact. The topic is parents' responsibility. What are your responsibility as a parent? You ask yourself this question. It is very important. When you know as a parent that the little thing you should do, the little, very, very little thing that to be a parent, I said before, it is not an easy job. It is a job that is very, 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 very difficult, because you don't go to school for it. You form yourself while being inside. So you have to know how to take care of your child. You have to lay a legacy for her or for him. You have to teach her. It's very important for them to have the fear of God. It's not because we say Christian. It's not. Please let us forget Christianity. What we should emphasize on is the fear of God. A lot of people say they are Christians, but their heart is very, very black as charcoal. I lived in a convent. I work with Reverend Fathers. So we should forget all those things. What are we talking? We should have the fear of God. Basta. Punto. Italian will say punto. That is the thing. When you have the fear of God as a parent, you bring up your child in the way of God, a fear of God, for him or her to have that fear of God. Then you have to coordinate that child accordingly. He or she should not lie. There are things when he sees things outside, when he comes, he should be able to dialogue with his parents. Mama, this is that. Papa, this is that. He asks you a question, you know how you're going to explain to why you're going, you know how you're going to tackle the issue. We should not be harsh, because harshness is African way, and we were used to it. But this generation that we are today, that harshness, you should put it in, you should put it under your feet and smash it to the deadly ground. We try to be diplomatic. That is the only thing. Parents' responsibility, guiding your children for a better future, for them to have the fear of God, not to be a Christian, because that one is common flag. Not to be a Christian. Christian is just a cloth we wear on our body. Your church is in your heart. That is where it is. The fear of God is in your heart. Not because I go to church every day and pray. I say this one. People will think me and Baba God, we are dining together. But my heart is as dark as the charcoal. So let us use the word having the fear of God, not being a Christian. Because that one is just that Christian. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. I don't want to say. So let us let that bygone be bygone. Let us bring our children in the fear of God, guiding them as well. Because the generation that we are today, if we refuse to accept that fact that we are in a critical generation, 5 years ago is not 5 years later. A year ago is not a year later. Everything is changing. What these children have today, we don't have them 5 years ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Everything is changing. As things are changing, the generation is changing, the world is changing, the people in the world are changing. A lot of things are backsliding, a lot of things are happening. As a parent, you have a responsibility. You bring up your children in a responsible way. Teach them to have the fear of God. Teach them not to lie. They should try to find the time, whatever that is disturbing them, they should try and tell to you. Then you as a parent, you should try to be diplomatic. Without diplomacy in this world, you see in the parliament, at times they forget diplomacy, they will start quarreling, they will start abusing themselves. So as a parent, you need to have that diplomacy to tackle certain issues. Because the children of now, they are different. It's not because they are different, because it is the society they have today. They go to school, they see a lot of things. A lot of children misbehave. We know it very well. But when they come back home, you try to have a little communication. How was your day? How was school today? Because there are certain things we cannot deprive them. Anybody that have a grown-up child, when they were 9 years, you can take a child 9 years, you go outside, you go and buy clothes for your children because they were still small. But when it automatically they enter secondary school, you can no longer buy things for them because you are going to wear it. No. Because your choice and their choice is no longer the same. All you need to do is to take them to the supermarket, they choose what they want, and you pay for it. It's not that it has to be coordinated because of the age that they have. So we as parents, we have a very huge responsibility, especially at this crucial time that we are, this generation that is so messed up. You as a parent, if you don't have a guideline, if you are not responsible, there are some parents that if they want to smoke, for example, they hide it. They don't smoke in front of their children. I know about people that do that. They go and hide somewhere. They don't see their children don't see them smoking. But some parents, they smoke in front of their children. When your child see you smoke, it will get to a point now. Italian children, what they will say, when I see certain things when she used to be small, we'll go to Pacino. When I see children saying certain things, I will tell them, non si dici. Tanto mamma non mi ha mai detto niente. She will say her mother has not told her that it's wrong. So why am I telling that is wrong? Because that is what they do. Because when your child is saying certain things that he or she is not supposed to say, then you don't allow, you have to guideline that child, or you keep saying those things. You can say, if the child will ask you, why you might say, okay, it's out of annoyance, but try to coordinate yourself. Out of annoyance, we say certain things, but you allow that child to know it's because I was angry, but don't allow it to be frequent. Because when you allow that, he or she, children, they are like, you know, that foam sponge. When you put that sponge in the water, what happens? The sponge should be sinking. It will be absorbing water small. We get to a point, the foam will be so filled of water. That is how their brain are, these children. They absorb a lot. Whatever you are doing, they are seeing it. They are copying it. All children are not the same. Just like we all are not the same. So children that they are more open. If maybe you have 2 or 3 children, you have 2 that is more open, then you have another one that does not even talk. Before the child will talk, you'll be the one that will draw out her tongue or draw out his tongue. Then if you are a parent that I don't care, that child will be suffering. You will not even ask her, what is wrong with you? What is this? You don't, because you don't have interest. It's not that you don't have interest, but you are not, I don't know how I'm going to emphasize this. But as parents, we have very huge responsibility. Don't look at what Chidima did to our own child. Don't look what Uche has done to his own child. It is you, Eva TV program. It is you. You are going to bring your children up the way that pleases you, the fear of God, that it will be a better thing for you and for their future and for the society. Me, Efetobari Rosemary, I know how I'm going to bring my child. I know the fear of God is very important because it makes you focus. You teach her the truth. You teach her she must not lie. Whatever she sees, whatever that is disturbing her, she should try to always talk to you. You guys should always have dialogue. If you don't have all this little communication, you don't have this little communication, you don't communicate, you don't ask her or him, how was your day, how hard is school today? You just come back, are you hungry? Just sit down, that's the shop. No. Before you are preparing food, as you went to bring her, she's coming out from the school, you just have that 2 seconds dialogue. You are welcome, my daughter. How was school today? It was hectic. Little conversation while you are preparing the lunch. There should be a communication. Our responsibility is to bring up our children in God-fearing way, to give them a guideline for them to follow, a brighter future for them. The friends that you follow, you should be very careful, and you as a parent, you should be very careful of what you do and say in their presence, because they put all those things in their mind, in their brain. It's not all of them will open their mouth and say. So we should be very careful. It's our responsibility. So our responsibility as parents concerning the title is to bring up our children in the fear of God, to teach them the good and bad in the society, for them to follow whatever they see. They should be able to have that confidence to call mama, to call papa, to tell him, to have a dialogue with your children. We should try and have dialogue. These are the things we don't have with our parents, because we have been brought up in it. We don't have dialogue with we never had dialogue with our parents. So we have the opportunity now. As far this generation has changed so drastically, we have the opportunity to guideline our children, to try and have dialogue with our children. No matter when they are small, it's different. But when they start growing up, that is where the problems start coming. Not when they are small. When they are small, if they sit down there, they will sit down there. But when they start secondary school, everything have changed. Because they now find that they now have a little liberty. Because you don't longer take them to school again. You don't longer go and bring them back. They have this freedom. They take bus. They go to school themselves. They come back themselves. So everything has changed in their own ways of life. From Nido to primary school, you were taking them to school. Then when they get to secondary school, everything automatically drastically changed. And that is when they want to be changing how to their clothes. You don't buy clothes anymore for them. No, this one I don't like it. This one I don't like it. You are going to buy it, you are going to wear it. So all you need to do is to take them there, because every time you say no, 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 it will get to a point that there are a lot of children that they are rebellious. They are rebellious. There are reasons for why children are rebellious, because of lack of dialogue with their children, with their parents.
It's true.
So let us as parents try. It is very, very difficult. There was a woman one day that told me, he said to the parents, it's not an easy thing. She said, we have to try to swallow bitter leaf, even though it will not pass. What is he trying to say? Getting to a certain age, our children will change their lifestyle. But being harsh to them, being hostile to them, will not change the situation. We should try as much as possible to have more dialogue, communication, because that is.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you so much. Good night, Pastor. Thank you.
At times is the cause of certain problems in the family, because of lack of communication, lack of dialogue. Everything is harsh, 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 harsh. No, let us try and have dialogue with our children, even though the way she responds to you, you don't like it, we get crazy, because that was not how we're being brought up. But the Europe children and the African children, we should remember that they are not the same. They are not the same. So we should not paragon them at all. They are not the same. If it's not Panadol, it cannot be Panadol. That is what Obeleya said. So as far we are here in Europe, as far the society has changed, as far the generation has changed, we should try as much as can, as difficult as it is, as it seems, we should try and adapt and have more dialogue with our children to teach them the ways, the right ways for them to follow, for the brightness, for their future, for themselves, for you as parents to be proud for them tomorrow, as well for the society. That is what I have to say for now, probably.
Thank you so much, Rosemary. I really appreciate the way you analyze it. God bless you. That is true. We really need to be close to our children, because these are our children. They are the hope of tomorrow, because we always beg God. We always tell God that He should help us and take care of our children, so that we will not cry tomorrow. You know, especially when you see some children, they catch them in all those criminal acts, all those other things. It pains me, because one thing that normally comes to my brain, I will say, oh, how are their parents going to feel? But if you don't really, you know you are the parent that just missed it at the earlier age, at the earlier time, you have to take whatsoever you come across. So that's why we need to start it earlier now. Most parents, if you have kids in your house, know how you come home late, most especially their father. You see, the children, they learn those things from you. The mother, and two, also the friend you keep. Because you see, you may think that it doesn't mean the way you people speak in front of the kids, you talk all kinds of things. You may think that they will not understand. They understand it, but they will pretend that maybe they are not listening. They are listening. So you better be careful and know the kind of friend you keep and you bring them in your house. And always know, just as I think it's Pastor that said it, and then said, no, Lady B also said, know the kind of friend that your children keeps, because you have to know them. Make sure you know them, not that you go and be communicating with them or you play. No, you have to know them. Know the kind of friend. When you see them, you know the kind of friend they are keeping. You will know what your child is up to, and you will know how to enter her, and always tell her to tell you what is the problem, what is going on, so they will open up to you. You can easily, because some of the parents said they don't just stand up and take their children to go and stroll. They will think that when I take them to go and stroll, they will ask me to buy something for me. They will ask me to buy something for him. No, don't say so. You can take them to go outside. If anything you have, you can spend it, or you can take ice cream together. Just tell the child that I don't have. Because when you brought your child the way you really make her to understand your situation, it will understand. Even if that child has money, it will even give it to you. So we better be very careful what we do and how we ask to them. You must always know, especially their school activities. You have to so very concentrate. So not that we just leave them, say after all they know it or no. Even if you don't know, you can find somebody that know it better than you to help you to look at that particular thing. Know how their school, everything. Make sure you book an appointment with their teacher to really know how they are going on in their school, know their behavior. So the teacher will tell you more better, because some kids, they will come home, they will tell you that my teacher, they lies a lot. My teacher, they do this. No, don't just leave it like that. You have to know yourself. You have to go and ask information yourself. You will see it. Maybe the child is not telling you the truth, because there are some children, they will write something on their diary. They will not show you. They will hide it. Some of them, they will sign it themselves. I have a friend like that. The child was signing it, or they give it to somebody else to help her to sign it. But when he get to know of it, it's a big problem, but it was too late. Because they say we have write you a lot of message. Even in the email, you never reply, because you don't control, because not that you don't know, because you don't understand. You don't know it. But if the child that is supposed to put her through, you don't know that the child is just deceiving her, you know. We need to be very focused. Don't think about, let me just do this and just your own selfish interest alone. No, you need to concentrate on your children, because tomorrow you will cry if they are not in the right track. You are the one that will cry, not that child, because he will say, this is what you teach me, this is what I know. So especially you see what is going on. You see all these people, just they, I don't want to mention it, they will just be ending them like that. So they deceive them, they will take them, they will be like their friend to them. But what they know at the end, you will see them, they just end them like that. So we should not be in that part of, we suffer for our children that we will cry again. It's not good. We need to focus on them, especially that's why you have them. That is why I always said, if you know you can't take care of your children, you can't take care of a child, don't have it, because at least you cannot even taking care of yourself, talk less of your children. No, don't have it. You better leave them there and continue your rocking life like that. So we parents, we have a lot of responsibility, as Rosemary said, and Pastor, that we have a lot. Not that we just have them and just that is the end. We have a lot of work to do. That work is how for you to focus on them. It's not only by buying clothes for them, buying shoes for them, or buying them gifts. No, you own them, their life activity, the way to live in their life, how they will be responsible. You see some children, they talk anyhow, they insult their senior anyhow. No, try to make sure to tell them when to say a word and when not to say a word, and teach them how to learn good words, not all those bad words. Because you see some children, before they say something like this, they just say something bad out of their mouth, which is very bad. You need to make them be responsible. So I don't know, Lady A, did you have anything to contribute? Lady A, are you there?
Our network is still
Hello?
going echo.
Yes,
Lady A, you still want to contribute?
okay, my dear. Yes, so just to say two things, honestly. Our responsibilities to our children, honestly, is not really, nothing is written down, nothing is, no rules is drawn for parents to follow. In my language, we say that you learn to be parents as your children grow. Okay? From your mistake, let's assume you have 3 children. The mistake you make on the first child, you wouldn't like to make it on the second child, because already you have learned that it's a mistake. And no parents tells the child, go and start stealing. No. I believe that every parent teach the child the good things. But when they grow up to become bad children, it's not the fault. Most of the time, it's not the fault of the parents. It's the fault of the children. Maybe because of the people that they meet outside, because of people that teach them other things that they believe that what maybe they learned from the parents, for them is not yielding to them. Our people say that there is no university for anybody to become a parent. We learn every day to know what we can tell to our children before they can become whatever they will be in future. Just like our parents taught us, and most of the things that our parents taught us are not things that we are putting in practice. Most of those things that they taught us, thinking that it will yield to us, when we grow up to become adults, we have seen that it doesn't really, yield that good fruit that they thought it would have yield for us. So we took another road, which maybe today is favoring us. And some people took another road that did not favor them. So my advice to all of us that are parents is, do your best and let God do the rest. And not that I'm misquoting myself, because nobody can teach a child a bad thing. We will always say, what I'm telling you is what will be better for you. That is that's the repetition of words from all parents. You teach your child what you know that is good for you and her. But maybe in the recent in her life, that which you teach her is not okay for her. Like when I was growing up, for example, my mom used to tell me, look, when you go to your husband's house, everything that the man said becomes law. But when I grow up now, everything that my husband says is not a law. Because there are things that men say that are not law. That you can say your opinion. And maybe that your opinion brings better fruits, better results than that which your husband says. But in those days, most of our mothers believed that every man's words is the best. While we these days, me in particular, I know that not everything that my husband says that is the best. Just the same thing, not everything that parents say that becomes a better food for the children. So when they bring good idea, you help them to, make it to come to a better fruit. When they bring bad idea, you give them reasons why that their idea will not work. No parents should force anything on the children, because they won't even listen to you. No harsh voice, because when you shout too much, they will not. My baby, when I shout too much, she will use her 2 hands to block her ears. Meaning, she can't tell me, "Mommy, you're shouting." But when she blocks her 2 ears, I know that she's seeing me as, "Mommy, you're shouting." I understand that on my own. And you will see me keeping quiet. I won't shout further. So all these things, no, there is no 2-letter words that defines a good parent, and no 2-letter words that defines a bad parent. I just believe that all of us in our own different homes have our way of training our children, and make sure we do that's our responsibility. Those things that we know that we are supposed to do, we do them without anybody telling us. We give them advice. We bring them home, even when they make mistake. We don't, punish them to extreme. You punish to an extent to correct her, then you bring her back and tell her the reasons why you punish her. I think that's what I believe. I'm not teaching anybody, but that's the step I've been taking. I just pray to God that it yields something beneficial to me and my child. So, of course, I thank you, and I thank everybody.
Can I say something?
Lady A, have you finished?
Yes.
Okay.
We are not talking about whether parents are teaching their children bad things. Responsibility of a parent. There is no parents that we teach. We openly is 2 eyes on with 2 eyes telling your child go and steal. or insult your elder. We are talking about responsibility of parents. What are your responsibilities? That is the point. That is the question. It's a question. It's not whether a parent are teaching their children bad things or not. Or a parent will, our time, your time and this time, don't quote me wrong. I said it before. Your time of 50 years, 40 years ago is not the generation that we are today. What our parents, our parents' own time, their parents still taught them. When you go to your husband's house, do like this. Anything she says is yes. That was what my grandmother told my mother before she got married. And when my mother gave birth to us, when we were becoming women, she was teaching us certain things. And when we become ladies to our own, we know that some things were real, some things. Generation defines. When as generation changes, as time changes, things changes. You get to a point where you can be able to acknowledge that what my mother told me as of then is good for me or is not good for you. But you will not know as of that time that you are 10 or you are 15. You get to understand when you are above 25. So responsibility of parents, that is the question. What are your responsibilities? Not if a parent teaching their children bad things. No parents will teach their children bad things. I don't think any parents will say, I want my pikin go and steal or insult your senior or be rude or be this or be no. Responsibility of parents, that is the question. Is a question.
Thank you.
What are your
Thank you, my
responsibilities?
lady.
So that is
Lord,
the
I did not
question.
understand
It's our,
the question.
yes, well, Lady B. Lady A, sorry.
Are we finished?
Yeah, you can go on, Lady B. Lady A, sorry.
One thing leads to another, okay? From our responsibilities, because those things that we thought that they are our responsibilities, like teaching them what they're supposed to know, guiding them to be a better person tomorrow, leads to what they will, grab when they grow up. Our responsibilities, like we say, is to direct your child, correct her when she's wrong, tell her that this thing that you are doing is not what you're supposed to do, give her the best education, give her a home, make her feel at home, make her feel friendly with you. Those are our responsibilities. But one thing leads to another. It's not that when a parent put into practice all her responsibilities, a child have to follow it step by step. No, they don't. Like you said, their generation this time around, they don't follow what we tell them step by step. You tell your child, for example, of these days, when you go to the school, don't do this, don't do the other one. But she goes there, she does otherwise. But as your responsibility, you have taught her what she should not do, but she does it. Will you undermine yourself that you didn't do the right thing? No. So one thing leads to another. You did your own, but the child did not follow what did not follow your footsteps or did not do what you asked her to do. It maybe in the eyes of the outsider, it will look as if you as a parent, you are not doing your job. Why you know that you are doing it to the best of your knowledge. So that's what I feel. Not that I did not understand the question, but one thing leads to another. After providing shelter, food, everything, directing a child, what next does parents do for their children? If not to guide them to grow up tomorrow to become better people. That is our duty. So thank you, my people.
Thank you. You want to say something, host? Why say something? Say no, we'll just be talking, leaving you. Why say something?
No, I don't want. You can say it.
No. What I just want to say to Lady A is that it's not whether you tell your child you guideline her and she go out, she do other things. That is a different thing, because we know the children of these days, they are photocopies, they are calamitas, they are magnets. They like copying a lot. Anything they see outside, I understand. Anything they see outside, the generation of now, anything they see outside, that is what they want to do. I remember there was a time we went to, they were doing a festa here in Livorno. What is that festa? Festa di Venezia. They were doing festa, and I saw this woman. I went with Eleonora and with another lady. They were doing festa, and it was summer, and she wore a short jeans. And I saw another woman. I saw her daughter. The girl wore long trousers, long skirt. So she wore that long skirt. We were just talking, and the girl was just dragging her mother like this. She was just dragging. I don't understand what she was doing. And later, the mother was holding a nylon bag. She now gave the daughter the nylon bag. The daughter just went into the bar. She came out, and she was telling Eleanor, let them go and stroll. They were going. I was looking at her. This little girl, she was wearing long skirt before now. But then the mother said, you see these children? You see these children? You didn't see why she was drawing me? When we were coming out, she wore this long skirt, but inside the bag, she put another trouser inside. So she was telling me, Mommy, you say I cannot wear short skirt, but Eleonora is wearing short skirt. He said that was why she gave her the nylon bag. She went to change that, because why I'm saying this, because of your question. Children, they copy. They are things you, but that does not mean you will not insist, keep guidelining them, keep telling them what to do. That is the reason why parents is a very hard job. Parents is a very hard job to do. The Italian, they say, lavoro di un genitore è un lavoro più difficile che esiste nel mondo. Meaning the work of a parent is a very hard work in this whole world. Because you don't go to school for it, you don't graduate for it. Leave marriage aside. Parents,
you leave it why as soon as you born your child, that's when you start parental care.
It's a continue every day, keep guidelining them, whatever they see outside, but try to have a dialogue, try to say you is insisting. Because the generation now is a very chaotic one. They copy a lot.
But my lady,
they copy a lot.
When you insist too much. Yeah,
they copy a lot, but we need to try to guideline them for a better future. It is very important. You will never be tired of saying the same thing. You will never be tired of saying the same thing. You keep saying it. You keep saying, maybe you say 100 things. Maybe 40 will go, but 60 will remain in the head. So when you go outside, you keep remembering, Mama used to say this, Mama used to say, Mama used to say. So you keep saying it, because you can never be tired of telling her. Even she likes to go and copy outside, or he likes to go and copy outside. But when you come back, let there be a little dialogue, because they are growing up. You cannot be going out with them all the time. They are growing up. So since they are growing up, they go outside, they do things, they see things. Some of them will not talk, they will react. But when they come back home, let there be a little communication, dialogue. How was your day? I want to go out with my friends. Before, they don't go out with their friends. But now, when they are in secondary school, they want to go out with their friends. You cannot deprive them. Say, today you say don't go, tomorrow you say don't go. You become a bad brother. You give them rules and regulations, like the pastor was saying. You are going out, when you have to make sure you come back at this time. But you want to go out, okay, you go. When are you going out? Who are you going out with? As you get to the bus stop, come in with video call. You come in with video call. Let me see the people that you are with. When you are in the city, call me. Let me see where you. Then make sure at this time because it's a trust. I'm giving you this trust. I'm giving you this freedom because of the time that we have today. This freedom, you want to go out, you can go out, but make sure at so and so time, don't go. Make sure you are back. Don't waste this trust, because when a trust is being backslided, it is hard for you to regain back that trust. So I tell her the first time she asked me that she wants to go out with her friend, please make sure it's trust. I'm entrusting this thing to you. Make sure you are going so and so with so and so person. As you get to the bus stop, you call me. I see those people. They are in the city, you call me, and make sure at so and so time you're at home. Because you cannot say no. You cannot keep, because it's not possible. When they were in primary school, you can say no. Secondary school, you cannot say no. It is not possible. But you try to guideline them. When she's back, when he's back, to have, how was the day? How did he go? Where did you enter this store? We enter this store. Just to have that little few conversation. It is very, very important. There's no need to be hard, because harshness will not lead you to Jerusalem, will not lead to Jericho. You are still where you are. You are only complicating issue. We try to be a little bit not hard, not soft, but flexible, because of the time we have, to be able to live in an harmonious way with our children, to guideline them, to know, let them know what is good and what is bad. Whatever you see outside, as soon as you come, you try and have a little dialogue so we can talk about it. If it's something good, you will say. If you like you said before, you say no. Why is it no? You let her to understand why is no. If it is yes, let her to understand why is yes. So parents, we should try. It's very hard, but we should try as much as we can to guideline our children to a better future for them, for the society, for our joy. So in your future what I've worked for, what I've labored for, what I've kind of, our children is there, they are like our investment. They are like our investment. So all these years, at least now I'm smiling. I'm smiling. I've seen my handwork, my child grow to be a responsible girl, a responsible daughter, a responsible child. You'll be happy, and that is how it is. So we should try as much as we can, the little that we can, in our little ways, to guideline our children. The fear of God is very, very important for them to have this fear of God in their heart, so they will be able to, with your own assistance, with your own coordination, with your own dialogue as well, you put them in the right way so they can be able to follow. It's very, very, very important. No harshness is needed. That was the harshness we live with our parents. So we should try and be tolerant. Let me use the word. We should try to be tolerant, okay, my beautiful people.
Thank you so much, Rosemary. I really appreciate you. Really said it all. And Lady A, you people really said it all. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. You are so amazing. So this is how we have to come together and always deliberate on a matter like this, because most parents, they are outside there, they missed it. So I hope that they should listen and they should work on it. Where they know that they are not acting as a parent, they have to correct it so that they should pick up their responsibility and do it, because it's so important. Because this is a thing that you will smile later. Just as Rosemary said, it says it's your investment. Really, our children are our investment. So we don't have to be saying, oh, money, 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 money. We need to have time for them also. So I really appreciate everybody. Thank you all. Thank you, Lady B. Thank you, Esther Top Show host. Can I call in again? Okay, you can come in, Esther Top Show. You are welcome. You can come in. So let's wait for our Lady Esther to come inside. I still have some few minutes so we can come in and talk. So that is it. Before our Lady Esther Top Show come in, so we need to be very, very careful in anything we are doing with our children. So I know that it's just by His grace. That is what I always say. You can talk to a child from now till tomorrow. He may not listen to you, but by His grace, He will listen to you. That's why we need to be prayerful. Anytime we wake up, anytime, any moment, parents must be focused and pray, because God always answered us. God always answers us. We need to pray. Don't relax. Esther Top Show, are you not coming again? Can't you just click on that this thing there?
Or you resend the link again, host.
You said?
The link is there.
Okay.
So we need to be prayerful. None that don't leave. If you know how to pray, you pray. Because prayer is the key to our family. Because I believe in prayer. I believe that when we pray to God, God answered us with our clean heart. God knows that you are the one that suffer the way you suffer, no matter how, especially when you are taking care of your children. God always put hand on you and said, and He will protect that child and He will protect you also. So we need to focus on our children. Don't say because this woman is doing this one is doing that, I will not do this. No, you must focus on them. Those are your own. So we pray that they should not do anything bad outside that they will use to come and hold us. So that is where we are talking. Let me invite Esther now. Thank you, sister, for coming again.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much.
You are welcome. You
Hello,
are
guys.
welcome.
Are you hearing me?
We are hearing
Yes,
you.
we are hearing you.
Thank you all so much. I appreciate everybody. Mama, thank you so much for this
Thank you, sister.
wonderful, blessing, eye-opening topic. I so much appreciate it because we all have to be talking about this topic because we are a mother or a father, or even if you are not yet a mother, I pray for you. May God let you be a mother because it's a very amazing feeling to be a mother, to be a father. Are you guys hearing me?
We
Yeah,
are
we are
hearing you.
hearing.
Yes.
It's a
Continue.
very amazing topic. I will wish every fellow woman, every brother, everybody to experience, because experience of a mother is the best thing that will happen to any woman on earth.
Yes.
Is the best thing that will happen to any father. Father, if you are a father, a responsible one, no, not be all those one wey go give woman belle go run comot. I'm not counting you among these people I'm talking about. I am appreciating now. And also some women who lose their women respect as a mother. I'm not talking to you. Any woman that leave his children for a man or for a mother or for anybody for no reason, you are not a responsible mother because of another man. You leave your children. Hey God, may God punish you because you need to be a good example to your children, no matter what. No matter what. Me that is talking here, my mother sacrificed for me. May God forbid bad thing. I am not married today, or maybe the man is not responsible. Maybe because this life, you can never predict. God know the best. That is why I don't judge single mother. I don't judge single father because I don't know why and what caused it. Because if I want to judge them now, I'm judging myself. Maybe I'm going to judge them wrongly. When I don't come to these people, I ask them what make it to be like that, why it happened. You know, some people don't just ask questions. They'll just start to accuse people. Me, those kind of people, I don't like them. Sorry, Mama, I don't want to spoil your shadow. I don't know if I'm saying good thing or bad thing. I don't want to spoil your shadow.
I agree with you.
No, I agree with you. Continue. No, we are sharing idea.
Okay. Because you don't have the right to judge anybody, because everybody have different problem, different stress, different thing, different way of causing this single mother. Some people don't want to be a single mother, but some men that their head sorry, I be Benin o. Let me speak Benin. If you not dey hear Benin, no vex, abeg. I say some
Me, I dey
useless
vex
men.
o.
Sorry, that word,
Vex,
God
Esther.
forgive me.
Esther dey
I'm
vex.
sorry.
I no dey hear Benin.
Some irresponsible men make these women, they drag them. You know, women, not because I'm a woman, but I must say the truth. Any woman wey don't get belle for any man, don't born for that man, he will do everything to be with that man. Unless that man is not ready. Some men can be so fake. Some men can be so pretend. I bet more not use a content attack tomorrow. Mama, I cannot call for this video, but
No,
I just
no,
want to
no,
say the
no.
truth. Anything that
Nobody will
concerns
attack you.
children.
No, you are saying your mind. It's opinion.
Oh, thank you, Mama. I love
Esther,
you.
speak your
I'm
mind.
saying
We
my
are hearing.
mind. Let us have the heart of forgiving our women, our men because of the children. They are so innocent. They are so pure like snow. But some men, because of their mother or because of some women, because of their father, they will be using it against those innocent children. That is where now there I forget problem. Oh. I'm sorry to offend anybody. Those men, those women, God will punish you. It will never be better for you. Because those children, those children don't date there before now know herself and they do lovey. They're not dead there. That is why you don't have to drag all these people into your mess. But majority of these people I'm talking about is the men. Iyan wa mi ogbolo soup. Iyan wa so go see. If they see ogbolo soup, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Mama, sorry, I just want to talk my own opinion. Mama, I'm so sorry. You know I love you. I'm sorry, but I want to contribute. You understand?
I understand.
Some of them
Continue.
Some of these men, they treat women anyhow. They misbehave. They feel say some women go don't born finish. They'll go, and the women they take the children, they'll come they misbehave. Oh God. May our ancestors strike you guys. Because some women not be their fault. Out of 100% women where did this world, now 90% na be good woman, now 10% na be bad woman. Because every woman wey don born for any man, he want beer, he want do everything to stay because of his children. When he see his children face, he want to do everything to make sure that I don't want, because of my children, let me forget this man. Even if the character is not okay, even if let me just be this man. Mama, I will share this video again. I want you to be there, to have my people following me, because they are amazing people. I will
No
share it
problem.
again because I call again. I want them to subscribe to you, because you know why. Let us take this mess. Some of them, not all of them, Mama, don't change my word.
No, I'm listening.
Not
We are listening.
all of them. Some of these men, they are very wicked. They are evil.
Yes,
If
that
they
is
don't
what
want that
the
woman,
is
they go
saying here.
forget, say their children is their children. Nobody can change it. Their name is their name, but they will forget. They will start to be talking about this woman, where this woman not do anything today. If some women go talk to that, they cry as a woman, say, why this man is so wicked? You forget, say now more than I take care of you, now I train you, now I make you become what you become today. They go lay curse on their head, because as far you are insulting any woman out there, you are automatically insulting yourself, your mother. Sorry, Mama, I don't want to offend your audience. Now my whole thinking, my whole opinion now your talk, Mama. I'm so sorry.
It's true. That is what Lady B is saying. He said, if you don't want to marry, you take care of your children. You understand?
It's very important.
It's important. Which is the truth.
Some men, they don't think about that too. They don't think that they look for everything where they say sketch. They'll come, they insult that woman. Now God go punish all those kind of men. You know, go better for them. Mama, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, I say this. I'm sorry. But you know, go better for them.
Rosemary, I think I don't pass my time.
Yeah, it's yes, now it's 2 hours, 3 minutes. It's almost 4 minutes now.
Okay.
Rosemary,
TV talk show.
Huh?
You know, when you do more than the 2 hours, your time will be limited.
but
You
they
know?
close at 2 hours.
Yes, when it's more than 2 hours.
We can do part 2. Everything we can do part 2 of it.
Yes, ma. Yes,
we
ma.
invite Mama again.
Thank you, ma, for calling. God will bless you. I love you all. I
Love
love
you. Thank
people that
you.
is saying the
So we
truth.
need
God
to
will
end
continue
this.
to bless
God
you
bless
all.
you too. I really enjoyed your words.
Esther, you will come back.
I
Part
will
2.
come back, because I
Okay.
love
Remember, you
super
guys should go
mommy,
and join her
blessed
too on
mommy.
her show.
I love you all.
Esther Talk
Now
Show.
my God will continue to dey bless you now.
You're
2
welcome,
hours
my
Thank you,
dear.
ma.
you.
Let,
Don't worry,
oh,
we are
we
going
do
to
part
come. I
2
will
because
share
you never talk finish.
your link to them, Esther Top Show, yeah? I will share
Yes,
your
ma.
link to them.
Okay,
Take
ma.
care of yourself, okay?
Okay, take
Thank
care,
you. I
everybody.
love you all.
I
God will
start
continue to
Bye.
bless you.
Love you too.
Father,
I
Lord,
love
bless this
you.
program. Whosoever that come to this program today, Father, may you let them dwell on every word they heard from it, and let them learn the good parts of from me, so that when they are using it, it will be the rightful way they use it. Father, I cover this program with the blood of Jesus. In
Lord of
Jesus' mighty
Amen.
name, I pray. Thank you
Amen.
all. Thank you,
Amen.
everyone. I appreciate you.
Amen.
I appreciate
Amen.
Amen. I
Mama.
love you.
Lady Bill, I
Love you all.
appreciate
God
you.
bless you.
Esther Talk Show, Lady A, Rosemary,
Bye
thank
bye,
you so much.
everyone.
God bless you all.
Good
Bye.
Good
night.
night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Night.